Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And today we are going to be checking out NeoFly. I've been wanting to check this out for a very long time. You're going to be seeing it firsthand, start to finish with me. And so without further delay, stick around, grab a drink, because here we go. All right, so getting right into it, the first question obviously many people may have is what the heck is NeoFly? NeoFly is a free add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 that gives you objective-based flying, whether it be a career as an airline pilot or bush trip pilot, medical rescue for helicopter missions. You can see here, this is some of the imagery taken from this simulator. Really cool stuff. We got downed aircraft here, and there was a flipped-over fire truck. So much more. Here's some of the features. Guys, feel free to pause the screen and take a look at these. I briefly perused them, so I'm definitely super excited. Now, one of the things I do want you to be aware of is if you donate, and we're going to be taking a look at the base version first, and then I'll be deciding, how to move forward from here. But you also get extra perks and stuff if you donate to the project, which, based on what I'm seeing so far, I'm willing to bet they're going to get some of my green today, but we'll see what happens here. So we have the 3.7 download NeoFly installer and download Neopad 1.1. All right, install Neopad zip in the community folder so you can use Neopad in MSFS 2020. When Windows Firewall asks for NeoFly authorization, click Authorize. And then it's here, NeoFly object.zip and custom 3D objects used in some missions or for exploration feature. Unzip this. Okay, community folder again. Easy enough. And download a Cessna 152 for advertising mission. Okay, so let's grab all of this. It looks like we've got a guide here. So let's just begin here. So I'm going to grab the installer. I'm going to grab the Neopad. I'm going to grab the objects. Grab the Cessna 152. And grab the English guide. All right, and let's boost that up. I'm going to grab a copy of it here. We'll just put it in the downloads for now. All right, so I'm going to set this aside for a moment, and let's go ahead and take a look at the installation process. All right, so here are all of our files that we have downloaded. Let's go ahead and get them extracted. I'm going to go 7-zip, extract to. This should extract all of them. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and delete the originals, clear it out here. And then now, let's go ahead and take a look at a few things. So the Neopad is an application, so I'm going to move that over to my MSF 2020 apps. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it Neopad. And might as well put the version number on it just in case that comes in handy later. Let's do a quick paste. And, oh, wow, I went a little crazy here. So let's just do a Control, actually X. I'm going to cut that out. Come back to my folder that I created, which is, okay, here, and go paste. We'll delete this folder here. All right, so this is everything that was in that back content there. And actually, this is not an application, that's a mod. So let's cut this folder. I'm gonna put it back in my mods directory here, and let's throw it into systems here. I'm gonna paste it. And let's keep on going. I'm gonna open up another window so that way you guys can follow everything smoothly here. Grab that. Put this one right here. All right, and let's go into downloads. And we need the NeoFly objects, so that's going to be scenery for us. So I'm going to do NeoFly objects. And I'm going to grab that, cut it. And the only reason why I'm creating my new folders is I just title things differently and structure things differently, and I'm a snob when it comes to my file structure. So, and then we've got the Cessna 152. So I'm actually going to change this to the NeoFly C152. That way I have easy reference. Oh, that's NeoFly. NeoFly. Let's back that up one more time. There we go. Now we got it covered. All right. So let's take that. Sorry about that. Phone went off there. And so now we're going to take this one and go to aircraft and drop our NeoFly Cessna into place. And then next, let's find out how to do the installation properly. So I'm going to bring this guide back over here. And let's see what we got. I'm going to boost this up. Boom. Wow. Okay. So let's see. Where do we start? Well, it actually looks like we start NeoFly installation. Okay. There are two options to install NeoFly, the auto updater version and folder version. Both versions are exactly the same. Gotcha. Okay. So it looks like we do want to put this in to my applications folder. So I'm just going to paste it as is. Okay. All right. And let's find NeoFly application. Connecting. Install. All right, and this is what we are presented with. So, call sign, the name of your pilot or career. Well, we all know what that's going to be, right? Overkill. And we'll do overkill. Let's do an underscore. I don't know if that's going to be a big difference. Simulations. ICAO, the airport where you will start. I'm going to start from home. KTUS. Aircraft, what are my options? We have the Cessna 152 or the Skyhawk G1000 or the X-Cub. Well, I think we're going to go with the G1000. I prefer the 172 over the 150. And then let's see what we got next. All right. Profile, custom, pro, or survival. And the documentation says choose wisely. So let's read about these for a second. In custom mode, you can toggle any of the game options you would like. In pro mode, plane, location, cargo, passengers, and reset are fixed to disabled. Survival mode options can be toggled. In survival mode, all options are fixed to disabled. Okay, meaning that you can't customize it. I see. Okay, so pro mode users will receive 10% extra XP and rewards per mission. Survival mode users will receive 20% extra XP and rewards per mission. Note, if a custom user toggles all the pro options, the 10% bonus will not be received. Likewise, if a pro mode user toggles the survival options, the 20% increase will not be received, and the bonus will remain at 10%. Okay, well, what do you guys think? We can either go full throttle and go to survival mode. Oh, here we go. Pro rate is at sim rate. Okay, I'm probably going to go pro mode, though. Plane location requirements are reset. Whoops, sorry, was that? Are disabled. Survival mode is customizable. So I'm thinking I do content creation, so the sim rate is a big one, right? Obviously, I don't want to, so, some of these flights may take hours and hours and hours, and, I don't always have that. So I think we're going to go with pro mode. I don't want to go custom. I don't want to make this too easy. All right, and then so now do I just hit add? Let's go back up to the top. So I clicked on a link in the installation section that took me down. So I'm going to scroll back up. This is actually quite the document. Pretty impressed. Okay, here we go. Okay, when you have entered your details, click add. All right, here we go. Add. Pilot added. Okay, there's our pilot. And here we go. Once your pilot has ended, you can select it from the menu and click Start. Pilots can be deleted by selecting the pilot and pressing delete. Okay, well, I don't want to do that. All right, so now do we need to, I'm wondering, do we need to start the simulator first? Doesn't say yet. So let's see, let's just go start. What do we got? I'll close these out. Oh, and here we are. Wow, what are we doing here? All right, so we're in the sim, and we have loaded up the Cessna 172 Skyhawk G1000, and we're sitting at a parking spot at KTUS, the hometown that we selected. And so now I'm going, well, that's a ramp J at large. Okay, never mind. Hang on a second. Let's maybe come over here. There we go. That makes more sense. And so now let's load in. And while that's happening, let's take a look at this. So got a couple of different options here. It's kind of neat the way it works. You can either search by ICAO. You can search by your rank. Okay, so this is the current rank that we're at. It's only displaying missions that we are currently qualified to complete. Okay, and then what we can do is come down here and refine this even further according to the documentation. So I'm going to take off cargo, express, sensitive. We can leave VIP. I don't know how well that's going to go. Well, let's leave all that off because secret passengers. Probably not going to have that. I don't like the advertising. Illicit, I'll leave it on. Tourists, sure, why not? Search and rescue, probably not in a 172 Skyhawk, but you never know. Interception, definitely not. Airline, we don't need. Humanitarian, not from this location. And VIP helicopter we'll leave off. And so now we can see that the map has filtered. Now, I don't know how to get this invalid credentials thing to go away. So I don't know if that's something that we have to sign up for. I didn't see anything about that in the documentation, but I was sort of skimming through it, so it very well could have been there. But let's go ahead and... All right, so here's our flight. We got KTUS coming down here to AZ-21. Oh, it's Tombstone. Yeah, basically going to Tombstone. Well, we're going to Benson. Well, is that right? Or is Benson above it? No, Benson's above it. Okay, there's Benson up here. Which means that should be, let's see here, that's Vale, that's Benson, that'd be Wilcox. Okay, yeah, so yeah, all right, I got you. Yep. So that'd be Benson. So then, yeah, we're going to Tombstone. Neat. All right, so now let's go ahead and select the flight. So we have to, this is the mission we have highlighted. I'm gonna right click on it. Now, briefly, I perused through this a little bit. Choose a plane and crew to fly. Basically, you decide who flies the aircraft, and you can rent an aircraft if need be. If you use the choose a plane and crew, you have to have hired a pilot, which we'll obviously see at a much later time in the process of this. Fly with friends just puts you on multiplayer. Stack mission, you can actually do basically a bush leg. So you could just pre-plan your flight. So we could do, for example, the first mission from here to here, the second one being from here out, and that's how we would stack the flight, right? We're just going to go with fly. Okay, we just want to fly the one. And let's see what we've got. So I'm going to come back over here. Okay, and now we're going to connect and fly. And there we go. So we're at the airport, motor is off, parking brake is set, qualification, we're qualified. We can turn failures on and off. I'm just gonna leave it off for this particular flight. It's our first round here. Okay, and it looks like everything else is set. So we need cargo of 483 pounds. I don't know if that's something that we need to set in the aircraft or if we're just good to fly. But let's go ahead and try to set that. So, oh, my handlebar mod disabled. I just realized that. And then here's the Neopad. What does the Neopad do? Oh, so it's basically the same thing. It's a map here of sorts. What does this do? We're going to have to look at the Neopad a bit further because I'm not sure. Ah, changes the view. I see. Okay. This is our departure airport, arrival airport. This probably centers on the aircraft. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to have to take care of this bingsportal.com. All right, so we'll have to sign up for that. We'll figure that out later. What do we got here? Satellite view. Boom. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. And does it have our flight route or anything like that? Okay, here's the plane. Remaining payload, 313 pounds. So we do have to set the aircraft up. So can we just click on that? Will it set it up for us, or what does this do? That's our flight log. Multiplayer. Weather. Okay, so we'd have to set that. Wrong AVWX API key. All right, so we'll be taking a look at how to set all that up in the next video. Let's get our speed, status, waiting payload. Okay, so let's get our payload on board. Fuel. All right, so pounds. We need on cargo. It says we're missing. Where was that again? Where did I see it? There we go. 313 pounds of payload remaining. Wow. Okay, so let's bring that up a bit. 104. Dude, we're like going to be at max. Mercy.
Transporter from dispatch. The passenger for the concert are waiting at the boarding parking.
Huh. Okay. Got our CG set. And let's see how much does it tell us what fuel we're going to need. So we got our weight on board, distance 42 nautical miles, reward $4,100. Fuel, we need 160 pounds. Okay, so maybe we can shave some fuel off here. Well, no, we're basically there. Never mind. Okay, so I think we're set here. We're going to be flying direct. So let's just check that out. I guess I'll close the Neopad for now. And let's get the aircraft started and we'll get out of here. All right, so let's get her started. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. I can't remember last time I started at 172. Let's see here. All right, fuel selector set. Yep, both tanks. Fuel set, payload set, trim set. Parking brake is set. All right, let's turn the battery master on. Clear the caution. All right, mixture to full. Prop cracked.
Transporter, boarding has started.
All right, RPM stable. All right, good stuff. Alternators on, avionics on. Nav lights on. Beacon light, taxi light. I would have thought the passengers would have gotten on board before we left, but all right. And in the interest of being thorough today, let's get our MEDAR information, which is why you guys are seeing my...
Everyone is on board. Let's go.
All right, today we are rocking 299.3 on the altimeter and winds at 210 at 4 knots. So winds in, so we'll be using 11 left for our departure. Oh, is that right? So we're up over here, 210. Yeah, we'll be using 11 left or 11 right. And what did I say on the altimeter? 299.3. Yep, okay. So let's just go to our barrow here. Oh, wrong one. 299.3, all set there. Passenger on board, ready to go. Let's go ahead and do a quick, we're just going to do a direct flight plan today. So from here, you know what, let me pause the head tracker for a minute. There we go. Let's come on down here, make this a bit easier. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and find our departure airport. So we're coming out of Kilo, Tango, Uniform, Sierra, and press enter. Move down to the next spot. And we are going to AZ21. Roll that back. Was it AZ21? Now I'm second guessing myself. Let's pull up our fly plaid thing here. Where are we going? Where are we going? Yep, AZ21. Okay. It's kind of confusing. All right, let's move on over. Let's see if I can go straight to the numbers. There we go. Arizona 21, Fort Huachuca Tombstone. That's the one. Press enter. We got our flight plan. We're just going to keep it direct-headed, keep it simple, see what the experience is like. And we are good to go. So, close the flight plan menu. Let me get the head tracker back up and running here. Let's do a... center my camera here. There we go. Like that. Ba-bam. Ba-bam. All right, let's fly a Cessna. This is very exciting for me. All right, so I'm gonna pull. Whoa! What is a Penske truck doing driving around like this? Oh, hey, what the heck happened? Why you gotta be like that, man? There we go. Alright, all I'm trying to do here is mess with my map. And it's gotta be messing with me just to be mean. I don't understand that, guys. Alright. Let's mosey on out. Alright, so we've got our passengers on board. We're taxiing out to the runway here. I feel like I was a little high on the cockpit there. Kind of excited. It's kind of cool. Flight simulation is so much fun. It really is. Like, I mean, there's just so little that tops it, in my opinion. Like, I mean, it really brings a new environment to your home. But it can very quickly, for me anyway, get dull, if you will, just from lack of, new things to do in it. And I will say, with all the changes that come with... We almost lost that engine again. Am I pulling the throttle back too far? I think I am. Oops. Get in the center of the taxi lane, Fredona. Man, who taught this guy to taxi? Anyway, with the... all the stuff that keeps coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator, though, I will have to say it's a little difficult to get bored. All right, so let's do that. We are still crossing the runways. We're going from one runway straight to the other, so let's bring the strobe lights on, landing lights on, start taking the runway. Let's do stage 1 on the flaps. My rudder pedals have just been so crappy lately. Although the Cessna does require quite a bit more of the differential braking. Alright, so crossing this last taxiway, and we'll go ahead and use 1-1 right today. We'll use the smaller runway. This runway actually used to be a taxiway. See, this is why I turned the ground traffic off, because the road mapping in Microsoft Flight Simulator sucks. I'm sorry, I'm just going to call it as is. It's terrible. It's not effective. It's an immersion breaker more than anything. Alright, and we're just going to come rolling right up here. Get the runway, and let's get out of here. Whoa, what happened to this runway? Come on.
Transporter, have a nice flight.
Oof. Ooh. So much for live weather. That airliner's taking off from the wrong direction. And I am slipping. Look at this. Talk about a crabbing, man. Let's get that flap up. I should just taxiing across, I guess. That was a terrible takeoff, man. I could not maintain that runway. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Give me some trim. There we go. Let's turn course. Bit of an offset here. That's better for that. All right, so from here, it's just a nice little cruise out. I'm climbing up to, I'm gonna go to about 6,000. Simulator's running nice and smooth for those of you who are interested. I know there's a lot of weird behaviors with the Sims lately, so. Uh-oh. What did I hit? I hit something I did not want to hit. I don't know what I hit, but I hit something I didn't want to hit. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Whoops. Whoops indeed. Alright, there we go. All right, so shouldn't be too bad. We got, I would guess about, let's see here, the speed we're pulling, probably about an hour flight as we crab along at the speed of snail. But that's what we do with the Cessna, right? So I'll catch you guys in just a little bit. Catch you guys probably about midway. We'll take a look at the scenery and then obviously definitely into the approach and landing and see how everything else plays out. All right, so I think we're going to do some of that pilot stuff here, and we're going to sort of go between these two mountain ranges here. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give the heading knob a tap here, and we're going to go into heading mode. And I'm going to bring us to the left a little bit here. And I think we'll go ahead and just lock in our altitude here. It's a very bumpy day today. So it is pretty cool on the NeoFly too. You also get this tracking here. So you got a live map here as well. What was that? Oh yeah, I almost stalled. Handled bonus loss. Aww, I stalled. That sucks. Well, there's your penalty. Watch your airspeed. I stepped away to get my dinner that the wife made and came back just in time to recover from a stall. So, yeah, I could see where that would upset the passengers. But, so, now you saw that firsthand. Now, what I am kind of curious about, and I'm going to check for the next flight, is if there's a way to edit the flight route. I think that would be a much handier addition, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how this one looks. And I am going to try to figure this nonsense out. Oh, that's a little rough. Does it get better if you zoom out? Oh, okay. If you stop following the plane, it works just fine. It draws your route here. That's handy as well. Now, something I just thought about is our fuel was planned for direct, so I hope that doesn't impact us too much. Now, let's go ahead and turn us to the south here. And we're just going to go around these mountains right here. Just come around the other side and put us on track. Basically, once we clear these mountains, we'll be turning to the left and the airport should be right out in front. So hopefully we'll get some bonus points back for... there must be a way to plan the flight. Anyway, hopefully we'll get some bonus points back for, you know, doing a soft landing, assuming that I do a soft landing. Literally, I cannot remember the last time that I flew the Cessna 172. Simulation or otherwise, for that matter. Alright, so at this point, I'll catch you guys as we get ready for our, what's essentially going to be, looks like our base leg. Trying to zoom in on the airport here. It doesn't really show it, so we'll just have to see what we get when we get there. I think I'm actually going to cut us a little bit further, so let's do like, just trying to cut this trim here, right, or this edge here. It's gonna be a bumpy ride through this pass right here. Doesn't help that's a hot day today too, man. It is hot out. Went too far. Alright, yeah. So I think I may have to climb a little bit. We'll see what happens. But I'm hoping that this will work for what we need. Well, no, I don't think it's going to. Let's get our altitude up. So let's just set that up now. And another 1,000 feet. Vertical speed. Start climbing at 100 feet per minute. Add some power back on. Mixture looks pretty good for where we're at. If I pull any further on the mixture, yeah, we start losing RPM. So I think I'm right where I need to be. Let me add a little bit. Yeah, okay. Nope. It's where we need to be right there. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys as we get closer here. All right, so we have located our airfield right down there, that little patch. Those landing and taxi lights turned back on. We're going to have a pretty strong right crosswind. Start taking some flaps down. Make sure back to full. And there's that crosswind kicking in. I don't even know if we're supposed to be landing this aircraft at this kind of conditions. Seems pretty brutal. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to
Oh,
the next
was
station
it?
and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
Jeez. Whew. 12 knot crosswind on a soft field airport. Are you kidding me? All right, let's clean up here. I think I saw a building of some sort over here to the left. I guess I could have tried to land it here, but that would have been uphill. You know what? I think I'm just going to set it up over here. Well, we'll look to the top. I could have sworn I saw like a house or something up here as I came around it. And I'm thinking I was mistaken. So there's literally nothing here. Okay, well, okay, there it is, I think. Nope. Still don't see anything. Okay, well, I'm just going to stop here and leave them out in the middle of the desert because that just seems like the humanitarian thing to do.
Transporter. Disembarking of passengers can begin.
And let's just pull the fuel mixture off, throttle off.
Transporter from dispatch. Disembarkation completed. Thank you. See you soon for another mission.
Okay, that's the flight. So let's come over here and see what's if there's anything left. Fuel consumption, 32 pounds. All right, so what is this? XP minus. All right, let me turn the head tracker off. Give me a second. There we go. All right, so let's look at this closely, see what we get here. Malice Realism, XP minus 30%. Well, what did I do wrong? I mean, we know some of the things I did wrong. Let's not kid ourselves. But I'm wondering what part of that was mistaken. Was that bonus for comfort? Okay, so I got plus 5%. Why did I get the landing bonus lost? Yeah, I kind of figured. I smacked that down pretty hard. That sucks. I was warning you about that. I had a feeling that wasn't going to end well. So I don't know. I need to find out more about this because, I didn't use ATC. So is it talking about that, or because I deviated from the flight plan, or I'll have to look at that further. But this is cool, and I think and there's our bank right there. I think I like this more than I like the Sky Park, to be honest. I'm gonna have to fly Sky Park again. Maybe we'll do that next to do a comparison while it's fresh in our minds here. But this was a lot of fun. I'm really impressed with this. I'm very interested to see what comes next. So I'm gonna leave the aircraft here, and we're gonna take our next one right out of AZ-21, and continue onward as if we're having to fly from hop to hop. So let's do that. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I certainly did. I'm looking forward to seeing what else this has to offer and definitely diving deeper into it. I know I've just barely scratched the surface of this app, so we'll see what happens in the next one. We'll definitely be flying this more on the channel, so stay tuned for that, and let me know what you guys think down below. As always, folks, take care, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.